the murder of the tea lady, who is about to be identified as one Anise Brewer, or if you want to look at the pun, a nice brewer, a brewer of tea, who is apparently a big fan of Dread, and, yeah. Yep, with them dead, we have to figure out the order of events which happened here. The most logical turn of events is that she killed him and ran away, and then she committed suicide, or at least that's what the initial take on the scene is. Alright, yes, we need to figure out what happened in the room in which she died. We got new statements. Oh, I like this statement too. Ready for this one? After that, I was with one of the security guards the whole time, waiting for the police. He was just my type. Oh, I love that guy. He's just kind of like a comic relief guy. Alright. A very funny character. I like how they put him in there. Now I look at the silhouette because I never did. Definitely a bit of a humdinger, Lucy. A bit of a humdinger indeed. That word I've actually heard before. Okay. Did she commit suicide? Or was she murdered? Alright, so 2 pieces of evidence led to Dread's murder being pinned on her, which was the poisoned and the hand... What? The poison in the song request. Sounds like a plan. So, after do all this, the storm is added as a sort of a new location you can go to from the crime scene. They didn't make a separate crime scene. That was sort of their way of assimilating a second crime scene into this one, was making it a little circle. So I'm just going to go ahead and examine everything first, like this was the initial examination of a crime scene, which it pretty much is. Some mostly irrelevant things here. We got the cabinet, some sweets, speaker, pen, the fax machine, stuff like that. Then we have the request, which is one of the things you have to examine. And then you zoom in, and you look at some other stuff, like the note, which mentions the Farad sale, which was mentioned on the radio show. And then you have the corpse. Now here I accidentally examined the glass shards, which contain the poison, which will progress with this cutscene. But I examined the coffee right afterwards. Alright, so no question it was Brewer's handwriting, and the poison's the same stuff. That's stuff we already knew. Yeah, it's too soon to draw conclusions, but it's looking like she did kill him. Ah, so its original shape is beyond recognition. Keep that in mind, guys. That's gonna be very, very important. Yeah, no saying what people do when there's unrequited love. Alright, so now we have to prove that it was murder. Alright, find proof that it was murder. First, I examined the coffee, that I forgot to do last time, just for completionist's sake. But the proof that you need is in the note. Note that the note says Farad's sale on it, meaning that she took down that from the ad on the radio show. The piece of evidence relates heavily to the Farad sale. That definitely is the radio show, which we heard on there. And I think we actually go through the radio show once again. Really annoying. Not really annoying, but just kind of weird that they go through it so many times. So, if she had written about the advertisement, that would tell us something like that she didn't see her death coming. Very interesting. That kind of rules out the suicide option, and leads us more towards the murder option. Okay, so she couldn't have done she was about to die, meaning she was murdered. Alright, so is she if the ad was aired before, she could have made it on another occasion. I don't know why she would be holding it in her hand. That was really fast, Lucy. That was unbelievably quick, Lucy. Little fourth wall breaking right there. Investigating is all about speed, I say. I love when they break the fourth wall in this game. It's actually really amusing. Alright, so it turns out that was the first time the ad was ever aired, meaning that is undeniable. She was murdered. However, she was not an accomplice, because it doesn't make sense. She's leaving all this evidence behind. Yeah, like the facts and everything, just in full view. An excellent deduction. Excellent detective work, Lucy. Excellent work. Yeah, so if she'd known about the plan to kill Dredd, then she wouldn't have let all this evidence behind. So it makes sense that she was told of the joke before and was asked to do it. And then that's why she did it. So even the real killer is Brewer, without her even knowing it, to kill her absolute light of all people. Well, what an asshole. Alright, so he knows who it was. Do you? Yes. And I do. Which means you do, Lucy. Because our minds are one and the same. The real killer, the only one who could have done it, is not Randall Mann, but Mike Deonire. If you look at the statements and examine their movements after Dwight was killed, then he's the only person who could have been at the right place at the right time for both of the murders, so he's the one who must have done it. Because Holliday and Smith were together, and the homosexual guy, the homosexual sound guy, was checking out the security guard, and yes, so it's time to interrogate Deonire. One final piece of the puzzle missing. Well, it's not revealed what actually he's talking about, but in my opinion, I believe he's talking about the container which contained the poison not being recognizable. So it's time to call in Deonire. I just realized this is a rather long interrogation. No? What's going on here? Dolly? No Dolly Holiday here. Huh? What? What? What's going on? There it is. That little minx. She doesn't know who she's messing with. Oh, no, not at all. I can hardly blame your lovely assistant. After all, a man allows himself to be duped, it's usually for a less than honorable reason. Anyway, I must be getting back. Well, it's not often that a pretty young girl wants to chat with an old fogey like me, so why not? But it's better be something important enough to warrant me dragging out of bed, hmm? Yep, seems like you killed 2 people. Sorry. Who are you people exactly? I can't get his voice. Well, goodness gracious me. I thought the police were supposed to protect the public, not trick them into false meetings and the like. And falsely accusing them of murder, too. Dear, dear. No before we cast the... Yep. The evidence strongly suggests that you are the culprit. I see. Well, it sounds rather like I'm going to need to stay then. Bed will have to wait. That's unfortunate. Yes, indeed. Oh well. That sounds rather like some kind of cruel joke. Well, Inspector Layton, was it? He's the guy, he's that stereotypical guy who gets everyone's names incorrect on purpose. This is what an officer involved in investigation told me early on. She says a tea kettle poisoned Dwight and she committed suicide immediately afterwards. Are you saying this was not the case? This officer was mistaken? He was indeed mistaken. Oh, Delay were the one who killed. I kind of find it kind of odd that they used his little like taken aback action when you get the right piece of evidence, because it's not like you're proving he's the one who did it. Of course, of course. Well, if I might be so bold as to mention another question. Nope, Lucy's not amused. I heard it was poison that killed poor Dwight. I wonder what was the poison in? It was in the spilt tea. We've already said that like twice now. Poison for his tea. Yes, that's what I heard. And remind me, if you will, who was that brought Dwight the tea? I'm terribly forgetful these days. Who brought the tea to the scene of the crime? Well, Annis Brewer, of course. You already know that. A nice brewer. Oh yes, of course. I remember now. Pretty young girl, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's right. She brought the tea to Dwight. A tea laced with poison. Yes, we can't be sure that it was contained with poison. Oh, was that so? Well, I'm intrigued. You tell me then. When was the poison added? Well, we've just deduced that the poison was definitely added after the show was interrupted, so that's the right option there. After the show had been interrupted? Well, what an extraordinary idea. Dwight died while the show was still on air, the poison wasn't put in the cup until after that time. I don't wish to cause offense at Professor Layton, but is your assistance a little simple, perhaps? Hey, Lucy's not simple. She's just weird sometimes, and says strange words, and is like Scottish, Canadian, and Australian all at the same time. But she ain't simple, man. Sorry to disappoint you, but you completely lost me. This is all rather too fanciful for an old chap like me. Alright, different tack. Why don't we talk about the wig? Oh, the wig? I assure you, advanced in years as I may be, but this is all my own hair. Mr. Dredd's wig. Oh, I see, yes, Dwight's wig. Did you notice? Oh, wrong voice. As a matter of fact, I did, yes. I saw that the dreadlock missed fire for poor man's head as he keeled over onto the floor. Well, we know that's completely incorrect because we proved that. Well, we didn't prove that this particular thing happened, but Dolly Holiday gave us the statement that the wig did not fall off when he faked his death, so there you go. Part of the heart starts to break. It's so fair to say how shocking it was to see that as well. Yes, you did. Oh yes, of course. I'm terribly sorry, you're quite right, I've mixed things up in my head. Yes, when Dwight actually collapsed, it's true, his wig didn't come off. It must have been when I ran over and shook him. I couldn't help myself, I was in a blind panic. That must have been when it happened, it must have shaken his wig off his head. Pointless statement updated there. Alright, I do apologize for getting so muddled up. So now we have to prove that he's spouting a bunch of bollocks out of his mouth. Yes, it's all I'm drinking. Let's see, I'm pretty sure he ate one of those macaroons first. No doubt that made him thirsty, and when he took a sip of tea that he suddenly looked choked. The rest I think you know. I see. Then it appears we have another discrepancy. You see, we have a statement that tells a different story. And again, we have Holiday's statement that he never touched his tea. And seems that Holiday's statements have been proving very useful in this interrogation. Know what I mean? That lumminx again. Do you really think you can rely on what she tells you? That woman's a serial liar. Why, she even lied to me in order to get me to this meeting, for goodness sake. Or have you conveniently forgotten that little fact already? Have you forgotten? Oh, gotta keep our mental notes. Then surely you wouldn't seriously consider taking her word over mine. Yeah, please calm down. We don't pass. We'll need a spot of radio, maybe. Sorry, calm down. And now we hear the radio once again. Dun, 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 dun. This time I actually speed through it somewhat. Dun, 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 dun. Bank crash Wallop. Radio swoon. Radio swoon. Great fraud sale is now on. For the third time. Fourth time worked together for a great many years, you know. So the point of playing this once again was to prove the same thing that we did the last time that we played it. That the teacup did not break during the recording. And so the evidence that you need to present is the broken cup. And I'll get him. It'll break his heart. Literally. Alright. Not even hinted at the sound of China breaking. Nope, definitely not. Mic defective. Oh, some of these arrows are actually rather amusing. No smash, no crash. How is this even relevant? It was a tea girl who poisoned his drink, we all know that. Does it really matter whether you can hear a teacup breaking in the recording or not? I mean, I ask you. Because I didn't break is broken, a wig that didn't fall off is lying on the floor. Yeah, it's not that one. Yep, scene was changed. The only person who could have done it was Mr. Deonire himself. Oh, no, should I know? So it's time to hear their hypothesis of what happened. The hypothesis of how he pretended to die. What? Oh, don't be absurd, man. Alright, so Lucy's going to explain. So we discussed the practical joke with Mr. Dread, and he was supposed to drink the tea while he was dying, but he ate the macaroons instead of the tea to fake his death, which kind of left Deonire in a bit of a pickle, because he's not actually dead, of course. So he had to poison his tea and improvise a little bit. Pointing out that he would have been the only person in the studio at the point after Dwight faked his death. Offered him some tea laced with poison. And then he smashed on the floor for reals. And died. And his wig flew off his head. Of course. Alright, there's two microphone. Poison was found in the tea, and although the wig was still on his head, it was lying on the floor, so the only way that could have happened was if he had done it. Well, it's something to imagine a theory, but in the end it's just not a theory. You certainly don't have a shred of evidence to support your claim that Dwight faked his own death, do you? As a matter of fact, we do. The handkerchief we just found. That'll break the rest of his heart. Mr. Dread's hanky is proof of it. Good grief, what is that tasteless bit of rag? Say well surprised? So yes, he was going to let everyone know that he was faking with the handkerchief that says well surprised on it. Rubbish! I don't know anything about it. It must have been that tea girl who tricked right in the idea of a foolish schoolboy prank. She's the one you want. You saw the fax she sent, didn't you? The one with the death threat? Good golly, you even found the perfume bottle full of poison next to her, did you? Nope. Actually, sir, we found tiny glass shards that proved to be unrecognizable in terms of what container originally they were a part of. So it seems that you've just given yourself up, sir. But of course, we have to continue going onwards for some reason. And now we have to show him the proof that she didn't commit suicide. And that, of course, is the note we found in her hand. Which, of course, has the sale thing written on it. Very interesting for yourself. Allow me to read it to you. Garage sale, it says. Well, arrest me now. What damning evidence indeed. Good, you understood the significance of this note. I don't think he did, Mr. Layton. But you're gonna act like he did because you're just gonna tell him anyway. Alright. Brewer knew that Mr. Dead was going to collapse as part of the show, which it showed that. She would have never bothered writing down the ad if she had known that she didn't know that he collapsed, and that she intended to visit Farad's on the way home, or at some point in the future, and look at the sale. So she wouldn't have known that she was going to die. Clearly she had no intention of committing suicide. And was a killer? You can hope to understand how such a person thinks, surely. She hadn't killed Dwight. Why did she send that death request failed as a song request? And, well, you know, Max was another suggestion of yours. Ah, yes. Going through hypothetical dialogue. The best kind. And she had been that chuffed. She would have been that chuffed. How unfortunate. I haven't the first idea what you're talking about. Alright, so going through the actual scene of what happened. The smug little smirk on his face. I guess that's supposed to be what they're trying to convey there. As she sipped the deadly poison. Isn't it, Mr. Deonire? Mystery solved! Alright. We're done with the case. Of course not. Oh my goodness, you paired the most fantastic imaginations. That's a beautiful radio drama. How come you're still here? My dear girl, I'm not about to admit to a crime I didn't commit. After all, the sole scenario you've painted is utter fabrication. Yeah, man. No doubt. I suspect, in all likelihood, I've listened patiently to your conjecture for long enough. Now you listen to me. There's abundant and clear evidence that the T-girl killed herself. To start with, there's a handwritten request sheet. However you look at it, the request is a blatant death threat that makes her intentions crystal clear. Next, there's a perfume bottle full of poison. Oh, he said it again. He incriminated himself once again. If there's anyone else used this very same person's poison to kill herself. Finally, there was the fact that girl was a die-hard fan of Dwight's. Her twisted feelings for the poor man are what led to this tragedy in the first place. And I stay on this for some reason or another. Faced with 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence like this, can you honestly suspect anyone else? Can you refute this evidence in any way, my dear? As I thought, so that's that then. Case closed. Hey, you can't do that! Mystery solved. Oh man, that cracked me up the first time that happened. He just like totally just goes off and then mystery solved. Of course not. Not if the prof's alternate personality has something to say about it. Damn it, you're still here. This is our office. Goodness, Mr. Layton, you seem a little disturbed. Get my name wrong again on purpose and I'll personally cut out your tongue. You're making me uncomfortable. I demand you allow me to go home. We have evidence. Let's hear your patronizing 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence again, shall we? If you dare. Just get on with it. Handwritten request sheet. About for poison. By Van Dwight's. You have no idea, do you? The very words coming out of your mouth. One of your 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence, Mike, is just irrefutable evidence that proves your guilt. Lucy, do you know which one it is? One of Deonire's 3 irrefutable pieces of hard evidence, and a piece of evidence from the crime scene. By comparing those 2 things, we prove beyond any doubt that Mikey here is the killer. I like how he calls him Mikey. That's funny. Which evidence shows that he's guilty? Well, he's already said it twice now. The perfume bottle of poison. That should be obvious to you guys. What other pieces should know that Deonire is guilty? It's the glass shards, all the way at the end there. Because, of course, they were smashed to irrecognizability, so he couldn't have known. Only the killer would have known what its original form was. Oh, I'm sorry. You blurted out something that only the real killer could have known. Alrighty. I know exactly how your devious mind was working. You'd always intended to leave the bottle of poison in Brewer's hand to make it look like suicide. That's why you carefully chose a lady's perfume bottle. After you'd poisoned Brewer, you placed the perfume bottle in her hand and left the storeroom. But then something happened that you didn't bank on. The girl wasn't quite dead. I very much doubt she understood exactly what was happening, but she must have felt she needed to leave a sign, something to show how she was killed. Mustering all her remaining strength, she hurled the perfume bottle against the wall. It smashed into pieces, making it all but impossible to identify what it was, but of course, you didn't know that. So yep, that's gonna be his downfall. Even forensics are still hard as work, putting things back together. That's the one person who could have known in the first place. The killer. Oh dear me, haha. What a silly mistake. It seems I must have said the wrong thing. You said the wrong thing? You repeated it no less than 3 times, and yet you'd like to claim you said the wrong thing? Then you heard me wrong. Yes, that's right. I never said any such thing. If that's how you want to play it, let's listen to something. Aha! Clever Professor Layton here. That was the first time. But how did you... I played your recording of Dread's last show, if you remember. It seems I must have accidentally knocked record when I'd finished. I knew we didn't have enough evidence to pin it on you. That's why I got you to come here. I thought it'd be fitting that the final piece of evidence come from the killer himself. And there's the second time coming up. That was the second time. Would you like to hear the third? No, you win. Alright, you've given up at last. So soon, how dull. I was hoping to tighten the screws on you much more than that. What a disappointment you are. And he's back. Less badass Prof is back. This time he's not out of too much trouble. He was worried we're a bit too easy. What? Oh yeah, he hasn't called her by her name one thing the whole time. What of it? Of course I do. It was Charlotte, wasn't it? No, it flamin' well weren't. You tell him, Lucy. And of course, we have to say the punny name. I'll remember this, Layton. Lucy? Yes, Prof? Take Mr. Daybadair to a holding skull, will you? Mike Daybadair, I'm arresting you for multiple counts of murder. I'm Daybadair, not Daybadair. Some of his own medicine. I love it. Alright, so the interrogation is finally over. That was a bit of a marathon there. Oh, this episode's been going on for a long time now. There's the sniffer. The trusty sniffer. The bunny spewed his guts until it was empty inside. That was what his motive was. Sure, of course. It appears that he's... Mr. Daybadair was taking money from him, but Dread found out and he started trying to get it all back. And so Daybadair killed him. It appears that Brewer and Daybadair were completely unrelated. That's to be expected, I suppose. Brewer and Dread. And apparently they seem fairly unrelated as well. It seems that Daybadair probably made the rumors himself. Oh, he's not feeling very well. Not feeling very well. I think he just wants to watch the next episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Every copper pinches the wrong greaser from time to time. Dolly Holiday checks. Why is that? Haha! She called her next hit single "I'll Be the Death of You." Oh wow! What a genius! What a coincidence! Oh, what's on the B side? Macho man and a white gal. Really, prof? Really, you don't get it? Really? Really, prof? Don't do this to me now. Come on now. He's hopeless. He's hopeless, guys. And there's Fancy Pants Lawson. Justin Fancy Pants Lawson. With his suspenders and all. Alright, so don't blow your top, Justin. Oh, you're here too, are you, Al? Yeah, of course. He's in office. Yes. You're home. Yeah, pretty much. Had any instance recently? Yeah. Oh. Talk of the devil and he'll appear. He'll appear. Oh, yeah, there is no crook here. Ooh, uh-oh. Better get your plimsolls on and run, Lucy. It's been a long time, Justin. In fact, yes, our paths haven't crossed since Redmond Castle, have they? Remember? Couldn't forget that if I wanted to. It was memorable, wasn't it? Both of us working together to solve the case. Ah, so they worked together at some point. Except it still isn't solved, is it? Because you refused to tell me what you know. If it wasn't for that, we'd have solved it long ago. I really don't know what you mean. Alright. So you want him to leave us alone? As you wish. You know how to find me if you need me again. I'd be glad to show up for my old partner anytime. Anytime at all. Urgh. It seems he's back. Anytime, he said. Did you hear that, Al? So it appears that he just came out on cue. Very interesting. With no criminal in the room. Very odd. Only a son of Herschel Layton. There's Herschel Layton's name. Brought up again. Actually, not brought up again, but yes, he is the star of the actual Professor Layton games. Alright, so yes, we don't know what all this is yet, but we will know soon enough. Soon enough. Yeah, I'll find out sooner or later. And that's it. So that's it for Case 5, everyone. This has been ISmileyzI. I do hope you enjoyed. See you next time for file number 6, Kiss Goodbye, maybe my favorite case in the game. See you guys later. Have a great day. Leave a like if you enjoyed.